guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a grocery haul, but I'm starting this vlog in the car because now with the daylight savings, it's going to get dark so soon. Right now it's 4 o'clock and it's going to be already dark at 5:10. So I wanted to start the vlog with some light. I'm actually in the parking lot of Erewhon grocery store. We just picked up some groceries for the week. I'm so excited to share all the yummy, cool things. I'm so happy to hear you guys are loving these, and I'm excited to continue bringing these to you and every week highlighting different products and different nutritional facts that you can learn and then begin to incorporate all these. I need to keep my husband in the bathroom, but Mia waits for him, and sometimes if I'm speaking and I don't see him come, he could open the door and I don't want her to jump out. So I love highlighting different nutritional facts every week. When you go grocery shopping, you have something maybe to look forward to trying, and just as soon as the more you know, the more you're really excited to cook and go grocery shopping and really innovate your diet. Also, something so exciting launched today, something I've been working on and I am beyond excited to share. It is called the Radiant Reset. It is my newest guide. I have not released a guide in a long time. I knew that when I released a guide, I want it to be new and different and a bit revolutionary. So this guide is called the Radiant Reset and is 14 days to a more joyful and aligned you. And I'm so excited to share basically what this guide is. It's an e-guide that you'll receive, and it goes through 14 days of various practices, personal practices that I use in my life that have been transformative, that I've used in courses, that I use with my one-on-one clients, that are very simple yet elevated and probably maybe different than what you've seen before. So every day there's 3 little practices to do. I don't want to obviously give them away without seeing the guide. So each day there's 3 practices. These practices are practices that I use myself that have been super transformational, that I still continue to use different kinds and implement them as tools in my life today, that I've used in a lot of the courses I ran, and especially ones that I use in one-to-one clients and even retreats. So these are really powerful practices that are super unique and are going to be really, really transformational to you. Obviously can't mention what the practices are, that's the point of the guide, but they're very simple and they're things that you can do anywhere at any time. And it's kind of the point, so that no matter your schedule, no matter what your kind of days are structured like, they're practices that you can incorporate, whether you incorporate them in the morning or middle of the day or in the evening. They're practices that you can put into your day no matter how different and varied your schedule may be, and that was the point. And each day you'll be, like I said, guided through these 3 different practices. Some of the practices, for example, are meditations that I've created, and there's a section that will explain the meditations. Some of them are the things that call journaling sessions. So I think journaling prompts are great, but I think when journaling, it's really great to focus. I've created these things called journaling sessions. So each day they might say blank journaling session, and at the end of the guide I have all the journaling sessions listed out and then the prompts under them. So they're really, really unique, and the best thing about these practices are they're ones that you can continue to go to. So they're not like a one and done throwaway practice. You might find 2 or 3 sessions that you love, that you're like, I want to incorporate this daily. Oftentimes I do this with clients. One of the sessions really resonates with them and they stick to it for months or even a year, and you really, really fall in love with one style of journaling or one way of focusing your energy in a specific direction. So like I said, it's 14 days that's going to guide you through this really powerful reset. There's also a little section of things that you're going to cut out during these 14 days. It's nothing crazy. It's just to improve the experience. I think it's 5 to 7 things that you're going to cut out to allow yourself to really grow and transform the most during the days and to help your progress accelerate. So like I said, it'll be 14 days through the practices, a little list of things you're going to cut out. At the end, you're going to receive the meditation explanations as well as all the journaling sessions, and you get this entire guide. You get to keep it. Most of these tools, I promise you, are ones you're going to want to go back to because they're so powerful. They're ones that even if I've known for years, I still return back to them. They're ones that I consistently bring into courses. I consistently bring into one-to-one work because they produce such powerful results. And this entire guide, I wanted to make it super affordable, is $15, and you will get it instantly and you get to keep it. And the beautiful part is you can begin the reset at any point. So I'm sure once you get it, you might want to begin right away, and I encourage you to begin right away. I think it's really going to be amazing to get started as soon as you can, and you can literally start the next day or maybe in a day. It's not something that you need so much preparation for. I know some resets or meal things, they definitely have a preparation period. Even my more nutrition based resets, I understand that those have you need to get all the groceries and it's kind of a process. This one you can start right away and it's something you can go back to. So let's say you do the reset, you're feeling amazing, and then let's say 3 to 4 months you feel like you're in a funk, you feel like you're stuck, you feel like you're uninspired or just feeling stagnant or not as joyful and aligned with life and not as in alignment essentially in harmony with your own inner flow. You can pull back the reset, you can do the full reset again, knowing that it's going to bring you to an amazing place, or you can pull out some of the tools and be like, oh, I really love this journaling session, I really love this meditation, I'm going to bring this back into my own practice in a way that's going to serve me. So my aim with this is to allow you to feel more aligned, to feel more inspired, to feel more joyful, and to bring yourself back to this space of radiance. It's why it's called the radiant reset, to really allow yourself to thrive both physically and mentally and emotionally. Not just a spiritual reset, not just a physical reset, but this reset that really addresses the mind, body, and soul and brings you fully to this like kind of soul space of radiance is my goal with this guide. And again, and my also goal is that you can incorporate these practices later in ways that feel good to you. So after you do the 2 weeks, you're like, okay, I like this, I didn't like this, or whatever it was, and you can begin to bring those practices into your own life in a way that feels good, and you can always return back to it. That's my favorite thing. If you ever start feeling stuck or in an intense time of your life or whatever it is, and you're feeling like, okay, I want to get back into a good feeling place, but you need some structure or you need some guidance or you just need something to kind of guide you through that process, you can whip out the guide. You can even maybe print it out and like put check marks, whip it out and bring yourself back through that reset. And then in 14 days, see the huge transformation that occurred, which is so powerful because it shows you how much power you have in your own hands when you decide like, I am going to shift, I'm going to transform, I'm going to bring myself back into a powerful place, back into an aligned place, back into an excited place in life. And I'm so passionate about this because it is so powerful that I can almost guarantee anyone who really sticks to it and does the 14 days will see the biggest change in their life and how they feel and their alignment and their connectedness with life and their joy, and again, most importantly, in just the radiance that they exhibit. So I'm so excited for the Radiant Reset. Go ahead and download it and let me know how you're loving it. All right, let's get to the haul. I'm back and we are ready to do the grocery haul. So I have a bunch of things I'm going to highlight today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items I'm going to highlight today. So I'm so excited. Like as always, each week I highlight specific items, we talk about them, we talk about things you could incorporate, things to avoid. We just go a little if you know, you know, and it also just brings more awareness and excitement when grocery shopping. So let's start. The first thing I want to speak about is bee pollen. I'm a huge bee pollen lover. So I feel like if you're into bee pollen, you're like probably obsessed with it. And if you're new to it, you're like, what is bee pollen? Why are you putting, not what is bee pollen, but essentially how do you use it and why, right? So bee pollen is really amazing because has a lot of antioxidant properties, right? So that's going to help fight free radicals. It helps fight oxidation. And so obviously things that are high in antioxidants are amazing. It's kind of funny because people always associate fruit with antioxidants, but so many other things have way more antioxidants than fruit. Fruit's amazing to have, like for example, molecular hydrogen. I use a Symbiotica one. I want to say it's like 100 or 1,000, if not more. I don't know the statistics, but it's significantly more antioxidants than fruit in just a little tablet that you put in water. You drink the water right away, preferably like on an empty stomach in the morning, or I have it after a few beverages and a walk and things like that. But molecular hydrogen, if you really want to increase your antioxidants, is amazing. And bee pollen is very high in antioxidant properties. It's also really great for your immune system, in my opinion. It's also anti-inflammatory, which is really great. Most people, because of the foods that they're eating, are highly inflamed. And the thing is, there's two things I want to speak about. One is oftentimes you can't see it because it's internal inflammation. So someone could look quote unquote healthy in their body, but their body can be inflamed. And the root of really any, and if not most diseases, is inflammation of whatever area. Inflammation is what causes issues, right? When your body is inflamed or different parts of your body are inflamed. So it's really important. That's why anti-inflammatory diets are so healing for a lot of people. They are a little bit, I don't say restrictive, it's definitely discipline for it, but trying to eat as anti-inflammatory as possible is going to be so significant in your health, in your energy, in your well-being. I mean, you'll drop weight right away. Second thing, you can tell inflammation in people's face the most. And this is, I know this now in our society, like it's like to say anything is like rude and people get offended very easily, but it's very obvious when someone's inflamed when you look at their face and you could tell that it's puffy. And I'm gonna be honest, like I look back at my videos from like years ago and I can tell my face was inflamed. It's because I was not eating how I eat now. I definitely was eating like, I don't know, like Trader Joe's freeze food with I don't know what kinds of oil, probably fucking seed oils. I was eating chips, I was drinking alcohol. I was eating lots of inflammatory foods, and I can see in my face and how puffy it was, especially compared to now, the craziest difference. And I think now if I see someone in person or a photo, often just based on their face, you can tell how inflammatory, how inflamed their body is. And I know that people are gonna get really easily offended at that, but I'm just saying that so that we can have some like understanding. Like, I think, of course, yes, self-love, positivity, but also being realistic with ourselves is super important, because that's what's going to lead to change. We can do things that are not serving us and ignore it in the name of positivity, or we can like look at things. And so if you're feeling like you're feeling puffy, I mean, it depends where puffy, but like there's so many other causes, right? It could be, and that inflammation also causes gut issues. There's inflammation of the gut, leaky gut. Like, inflammation is like this overarching umbrella, and it has so many under elements, so to say, or so many compartments. But in general, I just think that if you're feeling like puffy, or if you're feeling inflamed, I would recommend trying to, for like as much as possible, incorporate anti-inflammatory foods, or cut out major things that are inflammatory. And I know it's hard because like coffee is inflammatory, right? There's like, so it's really, I know it can be really rigid, and I totally understand. And I ate like that once for like a whole month, and I'm gonna go, it's pretty strict. But if you're feeling like that, like you're like, I'm feeling puffy and I'm just like feeling inflamed, like I recommend just even for a month, or just as much as possible, just researching like what foods are super inflammatory and avoiding those, and then trying to incorporate as many anti-inflammatory foods as possible. I think it's going to make a really huge difference right away in someone's well-being and in just their appearance if you're feeling bloated or puffy. Also, of course, I'd recommend really focusing on pre and probiotic foods. So obviously you can take different probiotics, do your research. This industry is now really blown up, and it's really important to find ones. I personally at the moment am not taking a probiotic. I 100% believe that they work, and I know that they work because years ago I had some stuff and I took probiotics and it went away right away. So 100% there are ones that work. Right now I'm taking I eat a lot of prebiotic foods like kimchi, and I eat more sauerkraut, but prebiotic foods like fermented foods are really, really great as well. And also eating a variety of, like we spoke about. So when you're picking up produce, picking up a variety. So let's say you're gonna get apples, don't just get all gala apples or Red Delicious. Like, get one Red Delicious, one Fiji, one whatever, because the more variety you eat, even in your foods, you're going to get a bunch of different bacteria, and in turn your gut microbiome is going to be more diverse. So I do believe in probiotics, but I also believe in trying to help nourish yourself in other ways as well. The brands, I like this one. I think in different grocery stores are obviously going to carry different ones. I also do believe this is going to be more of they carry this at Whole Foods, actually, Bee Pollen, at least here in LA. So I don't know how other stores are, but this is I don't know if you can get this maybe online or something, but this is the YS Eco Bee Farms, and it's in the freezer section, not freezer, sorry, in the fridge section, like where the supplements are. So just to give you, I like this brand. I find it really, really great. I ordered one like organic one off Etsy, and I found the quality not to be the same. I didn't like it as much. Maybe the quality is the same. I didn't like it as much. This one I really like, and they really melt. So I really enjoy this brand. It's also a brand, if you're in LA, it's really good. It's called like Topanga Bee Pollen, I believe, something like that. That was really good too. But I would really suggest incorporating this, and it's so easy. I put it in my, I sprinkle it on top of my matcha. So every morning I make a matcha, I sprinkle it on top of my matcha, and it's amazing and delicious. You can put it on top of your coffee. Like, I would make my matcha, froth the almond milk and then put it on top. I also like to froth them in, sometimes on top. You just have to kind of eat them. It's nice when it's mixed in. I remember back in the day I used to get it added on my smoothies as an add-on. A lot of places, like acai places or smoothie or juice places, have it as an add-on. But I feel like having your own at home is good, because then you can control the quality, and obviously it's probably a better deal, to get your own tub and put it in every day. So that's that. Speaking about matcha and all that kind of stuff, I want to talk about different kinds of milk. So I used to be an oat milk lover, okay? First of all, I want to talk about the issues in oat milks. A lot of oat milks have a ton of bad things in them, okay? Primarily guns. Oat milks have guns. No, sorry, they have gums in them, and they can have glyphosates in them. So actually, you think I'm making a healthier choice than dairy, but a lot of I'm just gonna call it out, Oatly is not good. There's so many. Do your research on Oatly. It has so many gums and things, and if you're having that every day, those gums are compiling in your body. So yeah, obviously, if you have it once a year, it's probably not gonna see crazy effects. But if you're drinking it consistently in your coffee or your matcha or your beverage, those gums are going to continuously add up, and it's not good for your body, especially over continuous periods of time. Again, look out for glyphosates. A good oat milk brand that I've found, and I think that people are even more picky about it now, but Milk is pretty clean, and it's glyphosate free, and it's gum free. They have an almond milk, they have a sweetened almond milk, an unsweetened almond milk, and an oat milk. So that is like the one, my go-to. I heard of another brand. I've never tried it. I don't remember what it's called. But if I remember, I'll order it and try it and see what I think about it. But if you are an oat milk lover, that's like something to consider. That's for any milk, actually. It's not just oat milk. Like, it's any milk. Like, when you're looking at nut milks, I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. The more like the more kind of common brands are like more common brands. Like, I don't even know what other brands are. Like, I haven't really looked at Califia Farms, but I bet they honestly probably have gums too. Maybe not, but like, you know, like Silk or things like that. Like, you don't want to get that almond milk, preferably, because it's going to have gums in it and things, or like probably fillers. I haven't looked at it, but I'm just gonna take a wild guess. It's a really clean brand as well. It's the 3 Trees one, and I get the organic sweetened vanilla bean almond milk, and it has like little, you can see the vanilla in it, which is really cool. It's super clean. It's filtered water, organic almonds, organic vanilla extract, organic vanilla beans. It's gluten-free, it has 4 grams of protein, 100% recycled. This is a really, really good one. And this one bottle for me lasts a week for my matcha. So if you're just using it for like coffee and stuff like that, one bottle goes a really long way. I know it definitely is one of the more expansive ones, but I really, really like this brand. I recommend it if you're looking for a clean one. I'm gonna try to go through the other stuff really quickly, or just do 2 more items because we're getting crazy. I showed this before, but I got more pumpkin seeds for seed cycling. I'm not going to go too deep into it because I have a whole reel on it on my Instagram. Seed cycling is a way of eating specific seeds. There's 4 different kinds total. You eat 2 during the first half of your cycle, 2 during the second half, and I explain what those halves are, and it helps create hormonal balance. You can research more. Again, it's just called seed cycling, and you can look at my reel on my Instagram where I explain which ones to have when, and what I mean by what's the first half of your cycle, what's your second, and what to have when, and how much of each. So you can, and I put it in my oatmeal, so you can check that out. If you're in like the health community and the wellness community, and you're into health stuff, you probably already know, like, do not cook with seed oils, do not cook with seed oils. Like, it's probably seed oils like are probably one of the worst things that you can consume, especially, I mean, cook with specifically. Canola oil, sunflower oil, whatever other seed oils are, do not cook with them, right? Like, I think that this is like, I think that if you listen to any health podcast, I think that's probably the biggest thing that anyone would say, like, no processed foods and no seed oils. I think it's like there's like a golden law, and the things that you hear most common, those are going to be the 2, right? So if you haven't ever heard that, then you can do your own research, like why seed oils are bad for you. I'm sure there's so many YouTube videos, and I know a lot of doctors, so many doctors, integrative, functional, probably even, I don't know, maybe general, speak about it, and there's a lot of research on it. Like, that's a whole rabbit hole, but essentially it's really, really bad for you. So a lot of people are now finally turning onto other oils. Primarily avocado oil is becoming a big one. The issue is a lot of avocado oils are not high quality, and have actually a lot of, I believe, different kinds of toxins in them, and are just not of high quality, so they're not the best to cook with either. It's really important to find a good quality avocado oil. My friend sent me this like article that they tested a bunch of different avocado oils, and found, I want to say it was toxins. I'm like 99% sure that's the word that was that they used, but essentially they found chemicals and compounds in them that were not good. Even when you think, oh, I'm being healthy, like I'm getting an avocado oil instead of another oil, it depends what kind of quality it is. The best one I found so far in the market, and I think that a lot of people will agree with me, is this Primal Kitchen one. However, there are 2 versions, okay? So they have the regular one, and then this is the extra virgin one. You want to get the extra virgin one. You'll see a quality difference in the color. I don't want to waste any, but essentially, I don't know if you can see, it's like very, very, very green. So usually, like, you can get avocado oil, and it's almost like, it's like a light green, almost clear. This, when you pour, is like the richest, like super rich green. So you can kind of tell the quality that way. So if you are buying one in general, if you find this brand, I highly recommend it. I'm sure you can order on their website. Primal Kitchen. It's a California extra virgin avocado oil, unrefined, extra virgin California avocados, non-GMO. A combination I love before bed. If you ever have trouble falling asleep, if you feel stressed, if you feel anxious, if you just feel like you don't sleep as deep, or you have trouble falling asleep, or you don't get tired or relaxed, any of those things, I'm going to tell you a miracle combination. Okay, one sec. Every night, or I'll knock on wood, as I try to, as frequently as possible in the evening, I make a tea, or have a bedtime tea. Sometimes my husband makes it for me, so I shouldn't lie if I make it. But a tea with magnesium. Magnesium, once more, is the same thing. They're very different. There's magnesium citrate, there's magnesium L-threonate. There's also different qualities of magnesiums. There's ones that are more bioavailable. There's ones that are liposomal. There's ones that aren't liposomal. There's like like there's levels to everything, right? So my favorite for more like bedtime relaxation is, I mean, another good brand, if this is not one you have, is I do like the Moon Juice Magnesium. That's, I believe, a citrate, magnesium citrate. I want to say, I have to double check, but that one's really, really good too. This one is a magnesium L-threonate, which I like because it works really well for me to go to sleep. But also it's not one that really like it doesn't for everyone, like it doesn't induce a sleepy feeling. It just helps me fall asleep, and it helps a lot of people. But a lot of people have it in the morning for like brain function. Like my husband will have it in the morning, and I used to have it in the morning. I used to put it in my coffee, and it's like it makes you like it makes me feel so sharp so quick. I remember we were on our honeymoon and we took a bunch of these packets with us, and in the morning when we were having breakfast we put in our coffee, and I would drink my coffee and I literally felt like I was like zapped. So I like it in tea. This is a new tea I picked up to try today. I really like the Yogi brand. It's just lemon ginger. I love lemon, I love ginger, and so I got this one. But I really suggest this magnesium. It's from Symbiotica. It has 1,300 milligrams of magnesium L-threonate. It's like a vanilla cream flavor, so I love it in tea. I feel like it makes your tea almost taste like a latte before bed. Like, it's not super sugary, I guess, or super sweet. I mean, it's lightly sweet. It's fairly sweet, but I just think it's nice with the tea. I don't know, it kind of tastes like a little tea latte before bed, and I really enjoy it. And it really helps me fall asleep. And I notice when I do this combination, I sleep so much deeper. My quality of sleep improves so significantly, like night and day difference in not only like falling asleep, I feel like, but also staying asleep. I just really recommend it. So if you've had any of those issues, I genuinely think you will see results like very, very quickly. It's not like right away. Like, again, this is from my personal experience. I have to like do this disclaimer. My friend always tells me like, I am not a doctor. Do your own research. This is just what's worked for me, and I'm just sharing those experiences. Again, you know, take it with a grain of salt. So that's what I wanted to share. I'm just gonna put this here. I know we didn't get through too many. Oh, last item is Ezekiel bread. I try not to have gluten. I'm not like a ninja about it, but I try my best not to have gluten. Ezekiel bread's really great because although it has gluten, it's a sprouted grain, so it's very different than most glutens. Especially gluten here in the States is very different than gluten overseas. Because of the way that it's modified, especially over the years, I believe it's changed a lot. I think there's a documentary about gluten. People tell me to watch it. So if you know what that's called, you can let me know. But I have Ezekiel bread. We like this orange one. It's the original 100% sprouted Ezekiel bread. So another good option, because like if you make avocado toast or different toasts, or you just like want to have a little burger like kind of thing. Like, I don't know, like when my cousin makes like it's from they sell them at Airwell, but they're like kelp burgers, or like any kind of edgy burger essentially. Like I just have it on like one piece of Ezekiel bread, because it's hard to find like really clean burger buns. Like even if like, well, I don't know, like those are gluten free but don't have other shit in them, it's not the easiest. So I just like Ezekiel bread is kind of like my homegirl or homeboy. I feel like it's more of a masculine energy, and I love those. Okay, so this video has been so long, you guys. This is what I mean by like I can talk about one product for like 10-15 minutes. There's no way we could do like a whole haul, like a full grocery haul. We'd be here for hours. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Let me know down below what your favorite, what you liked hearing about the most. I'd be really curious to hear from you, like what stood out to you the most, or what was the most interesting to hear about. If you have any recommendations for anything that I spoke about, like you have a favorite nut milk that you want to share, or a recipe, or anything I spoke about, you have feedback to share, please do. Like I know my non-toxic haul, a lot of people, some of you commented like, oh, well, fragrance is also toxic, and I do want to address that is correct, because under fragrance they can put a lot of stuff. So I do agree that ideally fragrance free would be the best, because under fragrance there could be so many things there that could have phthalates. So I'm aware of that, and thank you for sharing that. So I should point that out. I have more cleaning stuff to talk about, but I'll talk about it in another video, because I like a whole 15-minute conversation about that. Anyway, I'm gonna sign off here. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm so excited for you to try the Radiant Reset. It's something that I'm so excited about, and I just think it's going to be able to be such a powerful tool to bring you back to that radiant, joyful, aligned space. Like those are the 3 words that just stand out to me the most. Like through those 14 days, you will be more joyful, more aligned, and more radiant. Like I can't even explain it any more than that. And you will see such a difference in not only your mindset and your energy and your well-being and your outlook. And I really think it'll be such a transformative 2 weeks of your life. It'd be amazing to start now, because we're still like in eclipse kind of season, and I think it'll be really powerful. But you can do it whenever, you can start it whenever, you can go back to it. You can take the tools from it that you like. It's such a piece of gold in my opinion, and I really hope that you're able to enjoy. I really wanted to make it accessible for everyone, so I made it $15 so that it could be just something that everyone can really grab and incorporate and it's like has so much value in it that whether you just do it once and it transforms your life and you feel amazing, or whether you just kind of pick and choose practices that you like, or whether you just want to just have the journaling sessions, it's just, there's so much value in it, and I feel like it's something that you can continue coming back to. So I'm so excited about it. Okay, I'm so excited about it. So I get really passionate. My husband's like, you talk about it for so long. I'm like, yeah, because I just have so much to say. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you're having a beautiful day or night, depending on when you're watching this. I'll connect with you soon. Ship podcasts out as well super soon. So that being said, I'll connect with you soon. So much love to you. Bye-bye.